Hi, good evening. Today is April 22nd, 2025. The time is 7:09. This meeting of the Youth Commission is now called to order. My name is Erica Zeiger, and I am the chair for the Youth Commission. This open meeting of the Northborough Youth Commission is being conducted in person and remotely, consistent with Chapter 2 of the Acts of 2023 related to extending certain COVID-19 measures adopted during the state of emergency. All members of the Youth Commission are allowed and encouraged to participate either in person or remotely. The Act allows the Northborough Youth Commission to meet entirely in person and remotely so as long as reasonable public access is afforded so that the public can follow along with the deliberations of the meeting. The public is encouraged to follow along using the posted agenda unless the chair notes otherwise. Members of the public who wish to view the live stream or the recording of this meeting may do so by going to Northborough Remote Meetings on YouTube via the link listed on the agenda. Ensuring public access does not ensure public participation unless such participation is required by law. This meeting will not feature public comment. Members, when I call your name, please respond in an affirmative, and staff, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Isabella? Here. Carrie?
Here.
Judy?
Here.
Caitlin?
Here.
Liz?
Here.
Well, welcome. Thank you. Everyone should have a copy of the agenda. I figured we can just get going.
Joan.
Oh, Joan, do you have a copy of the agenda?
Just for attendance.
Oh, Joan, I'm sorry. I missed your name. I didn't see you here. Joan, can you just confirm you're here?
We can continue. We have quorum. I will try to problem solve.
Okay, great. So I am just going to, these are not approved. I'm just going to pass out some goals. I just went ahead and made everybody a copy.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear any of that, so I had to go back on my phone.
Okay, we just did attendance, so you're here.
Oh, yes, I'm here.
All right. So all we've done is I passed out the proposed goals. I think I did email you a copy. So we're going to be talking about that. We are going to skip over
What, Erica?
the proposed goals.
Oh, yes, exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, so I just made a copy for everybody. But like I said, I think I emailed you. We're going to skip over agenda item number 1. I don't believe everybody got March minutes, so we will add them to the agenda in April or in May, and we'll approve March and April. So last meeting, we went ahead and talked about the proposed goals for the Youth Commission, and I went ahead and passed them out, trying to kind of add in everything that we talked about. So if you want to take a minute or so and look over them, and then I thought I'll read one at a time, and then I thought we could kind of weigh in on that, if that sounds okay to everybody. So.
Sure. Erica, is that what you sent me?
Yes, you should have them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I will go ahead and read number 1. The Advisory Board, Northborough Youth Commission, represents the voices of Northborough's youth and families, identifying opportunities and challenges that impact their well-being. We provide guidance, insight, and solutions to enhance community support systems to health and human services. Any input on that one?
Just from a.
Yes, Jane.
Go ahead, Joan.
Yes.
Just from a grammatical standpoint, after families, I'd do a comma, lowercase I, and just make that one sentence, because identifying opportunities and
Yeah.
challenges, that's not a standalone sentence.
No, perfect. Yeah, I did these quick, so I appreciate that. And then obviously at the end of services.
Period.
Yeah.
I really like where it's at this point. Yeah.
No, so number 2, our approach includes direct community engagement through word of mouth, focus groups, and surveys, ensuring programs and services align with the evolving needs of Northborough's residents. Anything on that one? Any grammatical errors there?
The one thing I'm grappling with in my brain is I really love the direct engagement through word of mouth. It's a little unclear in how it's phrased, if we are running the focus groups and surveys or using them,
Yeah,
or trying to recruit support, which I know we've talked about all variations of this, and
Direct
think
community through word of mouth.
yeah.
So if you broke it down individually, it should read, if this is the intent, our approach includes direct community engagement through focus groups, period, through surveys, period. So, you know what I mean? Like, you have several items that are,
They're standalone.
the
They could be
following
standalone.
statement, our approach includes direct community engagement through 1, word of mouth. 2, focus groups. 3, surveys. 4, insurance program. Then end of the sentence, with the goal of ensuring programs and services align with the evolving needs of Northborough's residents. So is that the intent, to Carrie's point?
Yeah, I think when it's considered that way, then
Yeah.
reads completely fine to me.
But I do know what you're saying, like, I guess all, like you said, we talked about it all, but it could be, are we receiving information from focus groups? Are we finding the focus groups? I mean, I think if we leave it with just focus groups,
I think if you wanted to be broad, you could just do our approach includes direct community engagement, ensuring programs. You know, if the goal is to get community engagement, and it's kind of how the department can get data.
and just remove through word of,
It's up to you. Did you mean that you were going to do the focus groups and surveys, or you were hoping that?
I mean, I think, my intent originally was to use what's available,
Yeah.
but I'm not against you having focus groups. I do think, though, now that I look at it, I think almost focus group and surveys could go together and get rid of that comma. But back to what you had said, if you think we're better off, I mean, what does everyone think? Does it read more concise by removing through word of mouth up until ensuring? So it would be, our approach includes direct community engagement, ensuring programs and services align with the evolving needs of Northborough residents. I don't know. I'm on the fence, because I do always like to give an examples.
I wrote this down, and I'm going to read it out and see, I'm not sure how it sounds. Our approach includes direct community engagement through community outreach, which includes conducting focus groups, surveys to ensure programs, or ensuring.
No, we don't conduct the focus group.
So, okay, so conduct is not the
No.
appropriate word. The whole,
And if we ever did that, we could,
conducting survey.
yeah, but we're looking more at seeing what's available. Our approach,
And we do gather from word of mouth.
yeah, our approach goes into trying to.
So I don't know a better way to say that, but that is one of the things that we used to bring to youth commission, what the teachers saw, what the counselors saw, and what the people on the youth commission saw.
Yeah.
Joan, do you think it should be focus groups, comma, or focus groups and surveys? Because to Judy's point, I think if we do look at it,
If you're going to do Could you read the whole sentence again, please?
Sure. Our approach includes direct community engagement through word of mouth, focus groups, and surveys, ensuring programs and services align with the evolving needs of Northborough's residents.
No, you need a comma there.
I
When you
did,
have two
okay.
words, you have three things you're going to do. You comma the
Yes.
after the first, and you put
Okay.
and before the last.
Yeah, so it's correct as it is.
Yeah.
The one thing I understand the line of thought around including focus groups and
Yep.
surveys here. And I also am wondering if what we're talking about actually moves them into utilizing the data and resources, because we've clarified we're not running them, we're not conducting
Yeah.
them, we're not going to be doing more than perhaps supporting outreach to recruit. And so if what we're trying to do is use the information from the focus groups and surveys, I would actually see that all looped into the data, the resources, et cetera, in the next one. Yeah.
So just one. So just combine the two?
Well, I still like the, driving or grounding our approach in direct community engagement to ensure we're aligning programs and services with Northborough residents' needs. But I, almost to Isabella's point, am now wondering if we struck out the through word of mouth focus groups and surveys and talked about our core approach includes direct community engagement, and then found the way to add the using focus groups and surveys in the data set.
So it could be,
Could almost be, let's see.
I think that's a good point, because
Yeah.
if we are to focus, I do think we need to break out how a focus group is going to help us accomplish our goal. And right now, it's a little vague. Because the sentence...
I think we need to be as open as we can in the sentence. I don't know if we need to call out focus groups and surveys and just say the needs of Northborough residents or the youth and family of Northborough residents. I mean, I don't know if you want to call out specifics or just leave it at very open.
I'll throw out an idea. Our approach includes direct community engagement through various...
so
I had just had a word and I escaped it.
about
Our platform through various something, ensuring programs align. So kind of group those together,
Yeah.
but leave it vague. And then through various channels.
So our approach includes direct community engagement through various channels such as word of mouth, focus groups. Is that what you're?
No.
No.
I just wanted to hear how it sounded
I
out
know.
loud. Through various channels, comma, ensuring programs and services align with the evolving needs of Northborough's residents. And then we could, if we felt we needed it, elaborate on each of the three things.
Which I don't think we necessarily do.
Yeah, I think to Joan's
Yeah.
point too, the broadness could be nice. I do like the inclusion of various channels or,
Platforms or something.
yeah, just something to address we'll do it in many
Different formats.
modalities, but I don't think we should use that word. We're all like, where's our thesaurus? But yeah, just,
Platforms or channels?
yeah.
Do you have any feelings on which one is more appropriate? Or is there a stronger word?
I like platforms, but I'm open to.
Various platforms, I think so.
Yeah. I feel like that kind of harkens to old-timey town meeting with a literal platform.
So I'll read it again. And our approach includes direct community engagement through various platforms, ensuring programs and services align with the evolving needs of Northborough's residents.
I think that's good.
Okay, all right, so then we're good with 2. And then we utilize data and resources from Health and Human Services and other data-backed research to support programs that enhance the well-being of Northborough's families and youth. As I read this now, we could probably remove Health and Human Services since we have it in the first goal. We utilize data and resources and other data-backed research if we wanted to shorten it, or we could keep it. Any thoughts?
I like the inclusion of Health and Human Services because it helps specify the data and resources that the town and the staff are generating and aligning it with externally driven information or externally sourced information. And so it's not an either or where we're
okay,
only,
Yeah, so. Joan, what do you think?
This is the third bullet, right?
Yes.
I'm sorry to keep repeating this,
No, not at
but
all.
would you mind reading that again?
Of course, yeah. So we utilize data and resources from Health and Human Services and other data-backed research to support programs that enhance the well-being of Northborough's families and youth.
I like that. You could change the word that to which. But that's the only, I think it's good.
Yeah, either way.
yeah.
That or which enhance.
It almost sounds redundant to me. We utilize data and resources from Health and Human Resources to support programs that enhance the well-being of Northborough's families and youth. I feel that it says, and other data-backed research.
Well,
From what?
So that
From
could
whom? Yeah.
could be from the district, the school district.
Okay.
That
So we
could-
should elaborate on that and other data-backed.
So, for example, the library conducted, they had like a study in focus group, so it could be that.
Then call it other community.
But it could, I mean, I want to try to keep that broad because it might not just be community, it might be a statewide assessment, or like the Metro West, which is a number of different communities.
I'm hung up on the word research. That kind of, we utilize data and resources from Health and Human Resources and other data-backed research. We want to say and other resources, other. Because the way it reads right now, I'm interpreting it as the data and resources come from Health and Human Resources.
It does. It does at times. So we could maybe say we utilize data and research sources, from Health and Human Services, other data-backed research. Oh, no, it should be an and other data-backed research. You want to remove from Health and Human Services?
No, I think we should keep, I think that's okay. I think what the question was, is other data-backed research, do we need to expand on that? Is that correct?
No, I don't think research. I think we should leave this as open as we can. And, we're saying data-based research. It can be from the state, it can be from federal, it can be from somebody who did an analysis of library research.
Analysis,
It can be from anything.
would that be a better option? And other data-backed analysis?
I would maybe data sources, because
Other data sources and just remove backed research.
Yeah.
Other
Yeah,
sources,
that could work.
other entities.
So I'll read it again, seeing I got it correct. We utilize data and resources from Health and Human Services and other data sources to support programs that enhance the well-being of Northborough's families and youth.
I think that sounds good.
Yeah, I think that's good. Does that make more sense, Judy?
Yeah, so data-backed, this is just an English thing. So data-backed is being used as an adjective here. So we're saying, I don't know, I'm probably getting too technical. If it makes sense to everybody else, then we.
I think it's
probably-
just being used, yeah, it is being used as an adjective, just to kind of make it clear that those sources that we're using have been, like, scientifically,
Maybe that's where maybe that's what
I think
I'm
that's what it
lacking,
might
is
be,
other,
so when we're
not
mentioning,
data-backed, but proven or.
so when we were mentioning research, that's why we added in the data back, to make sure that we're just being clear that it's, concrete sources that we're getting the information that have gone through the whole process to be considered a study.
Like maybe instead of data-backed
You could say-
sources, but
You
validated
could say
sources.
scientifically data-backed research.
Carrie's I think you're on the same track as I am. You said validated, which
Yeah.
may not be the word, but like reliable resources, reliable sources, do you know what
Yeah.
So we're saying, we're getting our data and
You say
resources from HHS and other,
Vetted,
not data-backed research is kind of what I'm saying, because the data-backed research is a thing. So, like, entities, sources, other proven, not proven, but
Credible.
other, you know what I'm saying? Because they will kind of loop in like everything else that we can grab from.
Yeah.
What about in other credible sources instead of data?
scientifically or vetted, if it's vetted, or some word for approved.
Let me see. Synonym for.
Well, proven, I don't know. I'm trying to think of what words I've heard when
You're overthinking.
I'm overthinking
Yeah,
it.
do you think so? Are we, guys?
Maybe.
Part of me thinks yes, and the
I-
quality of information available in the world is degrading quickly.
Yes.
Yes.
That- other data. I like sources. I'm comfortable with either backed research or sources. But I think we should put something in there.
To clarify
To
what
clarify,
sources.
yeah.
So synonyms for data-backed include evidence-based, fact-based, substantiated, supported, or proven. Any of those words?
I like evidence-based.
We utilize data and resources from Health and Human Services and other evidence-backed sources.
I think evidence-based is pretty, because that's sourced out completely. It's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's proven over multiple studies to be evidence-based.
Yes, that's kind of what I was going
I
for.
was trying to think of that word as well.
It's got some rigor behind
All
it.
right,
Yeah.
so evidence-based it is?
The term emphasizes the use of data and research to support a claim or decision.
Yes,
So by definition, it works.
it works.
You want to read it out loud?
I do. We utilize data and resources from Health and Human Services and other evidence-based data to support programs that enhance the well-being of Northborough's families and youth.
Like it.
Sound good? And,
Well, no, so we said we utilize data, so we can't say from evidence-based data. We that's implied.
We utilize data and resources from Health and Human Services and
Other
evidence-based,
um,
I think,
entities, or what did we say?
I think we can use it twice,
Okay.
right? I don't think
Yeah,
there's
it's two
anything-
separate
it's
data
two
sets
separate-
by the way
yeah.
we're constructing this.
Yeah, I don't think because we're kind of saying, we're highlighting Health and Human Services, because that's the majority of data we would be using, and then we go into other sources. Does that sound okay? So, all right.
Yeah, good.
Say it again, I'm sorry. Erica, will you say it again?
But does the using evidence-based data work? Want me to read it again?
But then we're not including other entities. We're dropping that,
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
That would work.
yeah. We utilize data and resources from Health and Human Services and other evidence-based data to support programs that enhance the well-being of Northborough's families and youth.
That works.
Okay. And then the last one is, we assist with outreach efforts by attending various town events. That one seemed pretty straightforward.
Good by me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I think from here, I'm going to read them again, like with the corrections, but just before I do that, so we need to vote on this?
It's up to you.
It's up to you. I mean, we might as well. But I will read them again, just to make sure.
Could I just add to the
Sure.
last one? Are we doing more than attending various events? Are we
We were going to keep,
supporting, promoting?
we're going to keep it broad, I thought, just because attending doesn't necessarily, we can attend and support. You know what I mean? I don't think we need to kind of delve into it, but what do you?
I agree. That way we're not presenting a goal that's overstepping our original intent to
Yeah.
attend, but not take anyone's work away. Yeah.
Well, that, and also, there's appropriate things that we do and everything, so.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and read these again. The Advisory Board, Northborough Youth Commission, represents the voices of Northborough's youth and families, identifying opportunities and challenges that impact their well-being. We provide guidance, insight, and solutions to enhance community support to health and human services. Our approach includes direct community engagement through various platforms, ensuring programs and services align with the evolving needs of Northborough residents. We utilize data and resources from Health and Human Services and other evidence-backed data to support programs that enhance the well-being of Northborough's families and youth. We assist with outreach efforts by attending various town events. So those would be the commission's goals, which, we can always come back and revisit these again if we find that, now, if we find that there is a change in, what comes up in the next year or so. But if someone wants to make a motion, and then would we need a second?
Motion to approve.
Second. Oh.
So, do I have,
I would just do all those in favor.
yeah, all those in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay. All right, so that was approved. So the proposed goals of the Youth Commission have been approved. And should I read them again, do you think? No, they got, okay. All right, so these are the 4 goals, and we can kind of put those to the side, and then I will send them out again, and hopefully they'll be in the minutes. So, all right, that was good. Too bad. And then that leads to the recruitment of Youth Commission members. Not youth, these would be the 2 vacancies that we have. I know it was a 5-member board, now it's a 7-member. So I just thought that since we had the goals, now we can be a little bit more specific when someone asks. So Liz, I was thinking like Facebook. Would Community Advocate do something, do you think?
You can always submit like a press release.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking. That was the word I was thinking of. So submit a press release. If anyone knows anyone that might be interested, it would be, I mean, the commitment is reasonable, once a month, taking July and August off, and then various outreach at certain events. Ideally, it would be great to have possibly a parent or a young adult or a parent of younger kids. But I did reach out to the guidance counselor at Melican. No, I'm sorry, not guidance counselor, I reached out to the vice principal at Melican, Gretchen, and she said she would, keep her eye on it, but she didn't have anyone in particular. So I guess if we just all start spreading the word, and I will, see about posting it at various things, and maybe we could even do a flyer and have it out at town meeting. I don't know if that works.
You just have to ask approval from the town clerk and the moderator.
Okay. So, but does that sound good?
It does sound good. I do have a question. Oh, okay. For the three of you, is there any group that you all feel like you'd really like to see better represented from us? Whether it's young kids, middle school, families who are just often hidden to you in any capacity?
Good question. I think the middle school age is always kind of, I feel like a tough age that it's hard to get representation. But I would say really any new voices would be helpful. I don't know if you guys have any other ideas.
We're talking about the youth liaison?
2 more members for the.
Okay.
I'm just wondering if there's any family voices that typically just are harder for the town staff to get in touch with or to hear from.
No, okay. So I think
Middle school.
Yeah, and yeah.
Anyone who would love to volunteer.
Yes.
And it is, what is it, National Volunteer Week, so thank
Yeah.
you all for all of your time and commitment. We really appreciate it.
Welcome. All right.
So, so the flyer, I'm happy to do that. I have a paid Canva account. I could do like a mock-up, and so can I circle that around to the group or do I have to present it?
You just wouldn't be able to get feedback. So I would just present it at the next meeting. Maybe we can send it out with the minutes and agenda.
Wait a
Okay.
minute. When's the town meeting? It's coming up soon.
Next
Monday.
Monday.
Oh yeah. I don't know where I'm in date wise. We can skip that because I think that's just going to be way too quick. I don't know. I was when I thought it was. Clearly, it's
School
not on
vacation week, right?
Clearly, it's not on my calendar yet. So, but I do think a flyer would be useful if we are at any of the events. And
Yeah.
I mean, I think it would be helpful to have something to here. Take this with you, or some, not a lot because we know they don't always.
We
get
could
used.
use next meeting for, what were the events that I was just thinking of? The Be Well Fair, and then if the summer concert series is coming back, because that's how I landed here.
Yeah.
That was very effective, yeah.
Yeah, so we can do that. And if you want to take on the flyer, that would be great.
Yeah, do we want to take it down, other than, job description that's that's on the town website? Do we want to take it down to the level that, if you're targeting like a parent or
I don't
a
think
teacher
so.
parent at MMS.
I don't think so,
It'd be
because
great to have a voice coming from the middle school.
I know, and that's why I reached out to the vice principal, but I think if we target it to any group,
We're
we need
excluding.
It's like, thank you for
Excluding.
volunteering, and anyone can bring something to the table.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
point.
So I would
If you
just
get
make it.
somebody from like who's graduating from the elementary going into the middle school, like that could be a parent who's
Yeah.
already
That's true,
in
yeah.
mid-transition too as well.
Yeah.
So,
But-
or has multiple kids, like
Yeah.
in both areas, in elementary and middle school.
I think if it,
So-
go ahead.
Huh?
Oh, go ahead.
So, if, in terms of like posting on Facebook and stuff, can we as youth commission members post, like try to recruit on Facebook pages and things like that? We just can't put a flyer, or well, one that I can't send out a flyer for everybody to look at. I'd have to just make it and be like,
Or I probably would just put words. Like, I
Yeah.
probably wouldn't put a flyer until we went through it and approved it.
yeah, okay,
But I would just, a simple post. I mean, honestly, I don't know how much they actually get, but, just something with the gist of it. And then if they're interested, then we can go into more detail. I would not go into details on a post, because I think you lose them after about 3 sentences.
yeah. But it's okay for us to say on, there's a couple of community groups, just the youth commission is looking for.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they would go the same way
volunteers.
as
Yeah,
you
they'd
all.
still- yeah,
they would
they
have
would
to
obvi-
submit the application and then get
Yeah.
an interview with the select
Okay.
board.
Yeah, we could.
I would include a link.
Yes, I was
to the
just going to say.
application.
Oh, okay.
We could have the link, so that way you do get, they can just link there, and then their application is there.
Yeah, okay. Like I know Liz, you're the community outreach. You're always posting things about, volunteer, and I saw your post today with all the commissions and stuff like that. That's your role, community outreach.
I can, yeah, if you have a flyer, we can add it to our
Yeah.
feed as well.
Okay, okay.
I do think word of mouth and just talking to people we know might be the best way to, but yeah, we can.
I think
do that.
you as members are the best people to talk about it because you're on it and you know what your goals are. So if people have questions, that's where they're going to get their answers from, are you guys?
Okay.
Yes.
Posting on social media is new for the Youth Commission. So I'm not sure if one should post representing the Youth Commission the words unless they're approved at Youth Commission. What do you
Excellent
guys
question.
think?
Can I, as a member of the youth commission, post that the youth commission is looking for 2 more?
I think
seen it for
I've
other
seen it. I think
Yeah.
as long as you don't. I think as long as you have your account and it's coming from you, I can't see where that would be any issues. We can clarify maybe with Angie or Diane or even the town clerk, but
I think it's more. It's up to you
I
all
mean-
if you wanted to vote on like a specific paragraph, but I don't.
I mean honestly, I've done it before with other.
Yeah.
With other groups multiple times, just say, but it's more of a, like you said, looking for volunteers. I don't really go into, I'm on this or I'm on that. It's more just looking for volunteers, happy to answer any questions. Here's the link.
All right.
So, all right, so that,
Isabella, when you post things on Facebook and other social media outlets, do you need to have it reviewed by town clerk, or do you just post?
We post it on our Instagram.
Oh, you do. But it's your Instagram.
Correct. Yeah, we have our own. What do you call it?
But see, yes. So it's your own. It's the town's Instagram, right?
It's the Health and Human Services Instagram.
It's specific.
Right. So you're under the town. So it's not one particular person's
No.
and social media account.
Correct. It's the departments.
Yeah.
And then people can choose to follow their page. is
Or
how would
share
work.
it. You have
Or share
their
it.
personal ones.
Yeah.
I think we should check with the town clerk
Okay.
if we're able to do this
Yeah, we can do that.
as individuals.
So by individuals, it would be like my name, Carrie's name. Is that just, obviously that's individual, but just to
Yeah,
make
yeah.
sure it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, yes, exactly. Yeah, we can check with,
I guess my 2 cents are if you're trying to get volunteers like at a town concert, how is that different?
oh, well, that's, yeah.
Still standing there asking.
Asking for volunteers, yeah.
questions.
I mean, that's,
Yeah.
I would say it's okay.
yeah. But we can get clarification.
Double check in.
Yeah, we can get clarification. I know, some of us have been doing it, posting things and, it never hurts to check.
Yeah, if we can do it just on our own account without it being reviewed and approved by the use committee.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll double check on that. Isabella, anything?
Did you want to talk about? Sorry, are we still on the same agenda item? Did you
Oh, I'm
wanna-
sorry. No, I think we're,
Okay.
I think we're good with that unless anyone has anything to add for recruiting
I
youth
just
commission
want
members.
to confirm, mainly for Judy's sake, we are actually nixing the flyer in favor of word of mouth, social media, et cetera. Is that where we landed?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, just because I can't circulate a draft.
Yeah. So you would have to like do
Yeah.
it and then bring it to the
That's-
meeting.
It just
Yeah.
can be
But
a
I'm-
quorum of people. If you and Erica wanted to work on a flyer and then bring it back here, you could do that.
Okay. Okay.
But definitely not for town meeting because
No.
it's way too close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was so soon. When is it again?
Monday. Oh, what, town meeting? Monday.
Yeah. I'm sorry, what date is it?
The 29th?
28th,
28th, next
Monday.
Monday.
6 o'clock.
Oh, that. I don't know why I thought it was a different day.
Right? It
Thank
came
you.
up quick.
Yeah, very quick.
Um,
All right, so,
I do actually have one more question on the recruitment part. For the bee welfare, you all manage that, but for the town concert series, would there be any connection or pre-clearance we should start laying that groundwork for? I have no idea who runs it.
Yeah, so it's community affairs.
Community
and
affairs.
They've already invited us, and
Oh.
it's a matter of like if we can find volunteers for a table. I think they have 4, maybe 5. I think 4 concerts.
Got it.
I don't know. I haven't seen the dates yet, but once we have those, we can let you know.
yeah,
Beautiful. Thank you.
perfect. And then we should probably mention, even though it's not on here, for the liaisons, I know we had to, the youth liaisons, we had decided high school, they do not vote. And now I couldn't remember, because they don't vote, they do not have to fill out the application.
Right. They wouldn't need. I can confirm that, but I do not.
Yeah, okay, yeah, just confirm that, because then we can do that as well.
They're not going to fill out any application?
So, we'll make sure they have something to fill out.
Okay.
I think there was something from before that was used,
Yes.
Yes.
so we can send that out, and then we can just use that if they do want to apply. This is just getting the word out to them, not necessarily the process of getting a youth volunteer. Does that-
And are we looking for 1 or 2?
I think we try for 2.
Okay.
Right, I think we try for 2. I don't know how that will that will go. And as far as the marketing, I think I have 2 kids in high school, so I can reach out to some friends and can probably reach out to their guidance counselor. And I think the same way with the social media posting and even the school itself, the honor societies and different things like that.
Can we give them to the guidance counselors and they can announce it?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was just going to reach out to my boys one, like
Yeah, that's good.
my son's guidance
Yeah,
counselors,
that's good.
because I have a relationship with her. Even the director of guidance, I can send that to.
Perfect, thank you.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. All right, so if we're all set with that, number 4, the director's report.
Yeah, so we'll kind of all tag team it,
Yeah.
but just some programming updates. So we had Wellness Week, which was a huge success. We partnered with the Northborough, Southborough schools. So first, Liz organized the blood mobile. So we had over 40 individuals donate blood. So that was a huge success. So we are actually, Liz is in the process of planning a date for October. So we're looking forward to doing that again because it was such a huge success. And then the Wellness Fair, we had over 75 residents visit us at the Wellness Fair. We had over 20 local and state organizations. So again, another huge success. We did that with the Northborough Library and hoping to do that again next April to kind of make it an annual fair.
thing.
So we got great feedback, great success of residents joining. So very excited of how that turned out.
Congratulations, guys, nice work.
Thank you. Caitlin has been busy. She did her first Words of Wellness book club. If you want to share a little bit about how that went.
Yeah, so we had 4 people show up in total. I think it was really great conversations, and looking forward to doing the next book. I guess I'll do the little plug for the next book while we're at it. It's on May 20th. The book is called Chatter: The Voice in Our Head, Why It Matters, and How to Harness It by Ethan Cross. He's a psychologist, neuroscientist, professor at the University of Michigan. So he talks about a lot in his book, kind of how we all say we talk to ourselves on a daily basis. So that little voice, and sometimes it could be a help and a harm. So that's kind of what the basis of the book is about. So, but in the process of getting the next couple of months ready, we will probably be going into the summer as well for the book club, as recommended. So we'll see how that goes.
How many people did you say attended?
4.
And then were they, what age group?
It was
Adults.
all adults.
All adults.
So
Thank you.
yeah, and we did have 5, but somebody had to drop out. But hopefully they said that they would attend next month. So I think it was a good start. And 4 is a very good start, according to the librarians.
I actually attended. I thought it went really well. There were there was 4 women, but I really enjoyed the conversation, and it wasn't conversation that I hear frequently. So it was really nice to share this information in a quiet space that's not, like you said, everybody's kind of talking at you at once. You're seeing ads come up and they're interesting, but I thought this was really nice. So I'm hoping it'll continue to get some more.
That's good to hear.
People.
Yeah. We did, I did do an I spoke with one of the writers at the Community Advocate as well to help promote the book club. So hopefully that brings a little bit more traction. The book's already available at the library for pickup. So as of late last week. So.
And then Caitlin has also been doing her weekly office hours at the library. So that's every Tuesday, 3 to 5 p.m. in the teen and adult room. So any resident can come, show up. Caitlin can kind of walk them through whatever is going on or make another appointment if they need a longer appointment.
Yeah, It's a little slow right now, especially today with school vacation and everything, and the great weather. But yeah, I have flyers out of different events and like book club and different like interface, and also any of the behavioral helplines as well, so people can choose. But I've heard from the librarians that people have come and asked about it to her, but just hasn't made the little steps forward to me, but that's okay. It's great to hear that there's some engagement with their signage that they have in front of their library desk upstairs. So, but yeah, I think we had only one person visit so far, and they were a great, they were outside resource, so. From a medical group, a social worker from a medical group. So we have like a connection, and they said that they work with Northborough residences as well. So within their practice, so kind of looking forward to having a contact and maybe another pathway through to connecting to our services as well. So.
And I don't, did you send anything to the schools?
Yes.
Yes, okay, I thought so, okay. The other thing I'm not sure is if it had gone out to some of the veterans communities.
That's a good idea.
That might,
Good idea.
yeah, and I can, if I can help if there's any info out there.
Yeah.
So that could be a resource too. So, perfect.
We have a community group right here in town, but Burroughs supports our troops or something like that. What's her name? Karen? I don't know.
Burroughs,
Burroughs.
yeah, why can't I think of
They
it?
have
Yeah. Yeah. Borough Cares for Our Troops. And then there's, it's
I mean,
Karen Brewster, Leslie
that's-
Arsenault.
Yeah. Might be a good contact for you at the local level.
Yeah.
Do you have a connection at the VA?
I do.
Okay.
But,
okay.
well, not at I would say the VSO, the Veteran
Yeah,
Service
Jeff, we can
Officer.
reach out.
Yeah, would be the
That's
best.
a great
Yeah,
idea.
and then the Legion, it can't hurt. I saw that they had a veterans coffee hour, and it was really full. So that's what made me think of it. So yeah,
That's good.
With the Facebook accounts that the Health and Human Services Department has, are you all able to post or join into like the Northborough community group or all things Northborough? Or, I'm not going to be able to remember all of them, but
Don't allow.
Okay.
They're just looking for like individual accounts.
yeah,
I've tried.
bummer.
Some yes, some not.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
But on the other hand, anybody can repost what we post
Yeah.
into those groups if you belong to them to share the information.
Oh, okay. Got it.
so and a lot of times you can't forward. Just a little trick. So you can't forward, but you can post from you. I learned that. Yeah.
I'm
it's a
taking
whole
notes.
lesson.
I don't use Facebook like I used to, and so I
whole
have
lesson.
lost a lot of skill.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. Good to know.
So then upcoming dates and events, obviously May is Mental Health Awareness Month, so we have been very busy planning events throughout. Liz has created a calendar that we can circulate as well after this meeting. But just some highlighted events. Northborough and Southborough are, combining together to do Go Green Day on Friday, May 2nd. So we've circulated that to all of the schools, and we will circulate that to the staff, just a community event to wear green and build support and awareness. Erica is hosting a mindfulness class on May 6th and May 21st.
Should be the 29th.
29th. Yeah.
That was a little error.
We are partnering with NAMI, the National Alliance for Mental Illness, on May 14th. So we have an online webinar for them. We have a flyer and a registration link. Caitlin will be doing a coffee hour at the Senior Center with Jocelyn on May 19th. And very excited, we're actually partnering with Southborough Youth and Family Services. We're hosting Boston Children's Hospital Digital Wellness Lab to do a online parenting webinar on May 21st. So we're really excited to host them, really do some digital literacy, wellness, and mental health. That's been a big initiative of ours. And then Caitlin has been working with the library, and we are doing a free screening of Inside Out on May 27th with some kids' activities, but really to provide youth a free event. Inside Out is, if you haven't seen it, it's a lot of mental health characters and storytelling. So that will be a free activity that we're hosting on May 27th.
It is a picnic or flicknick. That's what they call it. Flicknick. So you can bring dinner with you.
Oh,
I love that.
So kids can bring their meals with them, so they're not like, I know that's a big issue with parents trying to get to certain events and you're trying to feed your child at the same time.
Yeah, okay.
So it is encouraged. So that's what the library calls their Flicknicks events.
Okay.
So that is part of it. But yeah, I'm trying to plan like 3 little activities to do in the background to help
Okay.
kids be kind of thinking about their own emotions and feelings as well as watching the movie. So, but yeah.
Liz, did I miss anything from? There's lots of things on the
There's
calendar.
lots of things. So I think I just have to make one quick correction on the calendar part. But otherwise, it'll be on our website, and there's a link to Mental Health Awareness Month. And down on the bottom, you'll be able to click on it so you can print it out at home.
Okay.
Just the calendar as well as like descriptions of. So that should be ready for tomorrow. Also, we're still collecting toiletries and personal care items for the food pantry through the end of April.
The video.
Oh, and right, and Caitlin has been working with Cable Access for doing videos that highlight certain topics for mental health awareness.
Yeah, so yeah, it's 4 topics. So one is just about the month in general, self-care, how to talk to somebody when they're struggling, and how to ask for help. Those are the 4 topics that I did. And each video, I think we determined that will be once a week throughout the month, starting on May 5th is our goal?
Yes.
Yeah.
I like those topics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My gosh, you guys have been busy. You guys are coming in like,
Last Tuesday was a very busy day with all of those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we did
Yeah.
filming.
so exciting. We're so fortunate to have you.
Anything else?
I think that's it. We have some outreach opportunities. Liz might know better, but we're presenting at the Rotary Club. We have International Night on May 16th at the high school, and then obviously our big Be Well summer kickoff event on June 17th, as long as there's no more snow days.
So May 16th is the
International Night.
international, okay.
So we will have a table at that event.
And the time,
I want to say
roughly 6-ish. So what time do you normally get there?
like 15 minutes before.
Okay, so-
Just enough time to set up it before.
Okay.
I can confirm the time.
And then the Be Well, is that right after school?
I
1
think
to
it's at
4.
1 to
yeah.
4. Well, yeah, the schools are different. Okay, 1 to 4. Okay.
And Liz, you said you're working on a calendar that you can actually print out.
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome.
What was the middle one? May 16th, blank, and then June 17th?
Rotary.
I started.
Oh, you started with the Rotary,
Club
right.
Is May 6th, I think.
Apologies.
And I know the Junior Women's Club was interested in us presenting, so I think we'll do a fall meeting of theirs.
Okay.
As was the Lions Club at
Oh,
one point,
perfect.
but, yeah, that's-
So for the Rotary and would be juniors, do you do do you just kind of go out and do a quick presentation?
Yeah, just to let them know of like the services and
That's great.
resources.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. That's probably the way a lot of people are still getting the word out, especially with so many of us trying to close out our social media accounts. Anything else?
I think that covers it.
Okay. The Youth Commission reports, like we said, we have nothing. Mary Ellen is out, so Mary Ellen Duggan will let us know if she has anything next month, but I did not receive anything from her. And Carrie, did you want to, I know you had mentioned that you had a question about the various
Just wanted to
grants.
check in again if there had been any changes on grants or data. I know it's
Yeah.
not a static conversation.
So our two largest grants that have staff on it, so the Drug Free Communities Grant is through the CDC. That funds Emily, our substance use coordinator. There's been no changes in that grant. Our Public Health Excellence Grant, which is through DPH, the Department of Public Health, also has not had any changes. So again, that's Michael, our health agent, Michaela, our shared service coordinator / regional epidemiologist, as well as our VNA nursing contract. There's been no changes there. The only grant that has seen changes, we had leftover or carryover funds from the state. It was our COVID case investigation contact tracing grant. We didn't have any staff on it, so there was no no problems there. But right now it is in the U.S. District Court in actually Rhode Island. So it got extended until I believe the end of April. Due to the uncertainty, we aren't using those funds. We were just using those for extra projects through the Greater Boroughs Partnership for Health. So all of these funds are regional. But suffice to say, there's no staffing changes. Or concerns. We're following it closely, as is the entire state.
So if there's no other business to come before, we can,
I just want to
sure, yeah.
do a quick plug.
oh yeah, go right ahead.
This Saturday, so I'm also on the Master Plan Implementation Committee, and there's going to be, not to plug this for the town meeting on Monday night, but we're going to be voting on an article to start phase 1 of the downtown revitalization project. And what one of our members, Terry Underwood, who's also a member of the Northborough Cultural Council, she did up this terrific flyer. We're hosting the MPIC in connection with the Community Northborough Cultural Council Sidewalk Chalk Community Art Project on Saturday, the 26th, from 2 to 4, right down on Blake Street. Kind of Fatouche's in there, the Bowlodrome, and Sawyer's Bowlodrome. It's going to be just a fun event for the kids, and to build an awareness. There's going to be some of the imagery up of what the project will look like if it's approved. So if you're not doing anything Saturday afternoon, come on down with yourself or with the kiddos. Rain date April 27th, which is Sunday.
Great. That looks like it'll be fun. The kids will.
And joining in on community events is good for your mental health.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely.
It is.
See, we all overlap.
Oh, exactly.
Yep.
Anything else? So the next.
Just the date and the time of next month's meeting.
Oh, so
I
yes.
have down, could be at 6.
So yeah, so
On the
that's what I
15th?
wanted to. Does 6 work for everybody? On I guess it's May.
The 7 is much better.
Is 7?
But I don't know why we changed it to 6 o'clock.
I think Judy had a conflict.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay. I can work that then.
when I was joining both commissions, because the Youth Commission hadn't previously met regularly, there really was no. I didn't know that it was going to start to meet on the same night as the Master Plan Implementation Committee, which meets every other month on the third Thursday. So I thank everybody for starting in the fall. We're going to start meeting on Tuesdays. We'll
Yes.
work on that. That'll eliminate that conflict. But So the only other conflict, I have one more conflict until that happens, and that's May 15th,
So I mean, I don't know if anyone can decide now, but if May 13th, I don't know when, if we wanted to do May 13th, which is the Tuesday at 7, we could just
That would
change
be
it.
better for me because I'm gonna have to be, 6:30. I can, earliest I
Yeah.
could make it on the 15th is 6:30.
So would,
I have the Board of Health meeting at 6, but if it is longer than an hour, Caitlin and Liz can be here.
okay, does that work for you both? Okay, so
I'm good with either.
yeah, so we will do May 13th at 7 PM.
Thank you.
And then, yeah, we can talk about that after. I do want to, I know we had thought about Tuesdays. We had, starting in September, but I don't want it to overlap with Words of Wellness. So is there, could we do like the first week? We don't have to decide now, but maybe like the first week of September or even, the first of them, like that first week, or maybe even the second or the third. So just putting it out there, if you want to look at your calendar and see if there's any week.
When does the Board of Health normally?
The second.
The second, so I was thinking, the
I would
first.
say the first might be a good.
Yeah, I mean, this, of course, September 2nd is well, actually, it's not Labor Day after, but we can, or it is, we can, think about that. I mean, the first would work for me, but we can finalize that. We're not starting it till September, so we have time on that. But for the next meeting, it's May 13th, 7 PM.
And does June 12th at
June 12th.
at 7?
7, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
You're not meeting July or August.
No, unless we need to, but I know that gets tricky with vacations and everything. So if there's nothing else, we can adjourn.
Yep. We will circulate out the 2 minutes and then the goals, the finalized goals, and I will ask about the social media, and I think that's.
Yes, okay.
So do we need a motion to adjourn? All right, I will make a motion to adjourn the Youth Commission meeting.
I will second it. Everyone in favor? All in favor?
Aye.
Bye.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you, Joan.